What's up guys, how are you doing? It's Sir Agumond here, and last time we left off playing the Dorwinion campaign, and we are back again playing Dorwinion with a little break where I uploaded some Moria campaign. So last time Fourth Wind had fallen, we renamed Lest to Fourth Wind's Rest. I feel like that had a nice ring to it. Now, you might notice something a little different here. There's snow on the mountains. I don't think I had this on when I did the last recordings. So there have been a few minor updates to the world that I'd like to show you guys really quick. So this is actually a new beta version that I accidentally installed over this campaign, which is normally a bad thing. You do not want to do that, but I tested it out. It seems like it's running smoothly, so no major issues there. There are now snow on the mountaintops to make them feel more like mountains, so they're no longer just gray blobs. You can see that all around the arid Mithrin and the Misty Mountains especially. If you go all the way down, there's always snow here, not just in the winter. Another thing that changed is the fort in Kara's Galadhon here. It's actually here now, but there is a little bug because this is the test version. This is the update over an older campaign. But basically this fort is now where this little blob is, and this map supposedly has the battle map for the old Karen Amroth settlement that used to be in the Golden Woods, but is no longer here and was replaced with Limhir. Other major changes, again this is all just purely visual, but here in the ice bays of Forest Shell, it is now a proper ice bay. There is now snow that is around the entirety of the bay, wrapping up all the way around up here towards what used to be Ruskia in a very old version of the game. And I think a little more snow has crept out up here, and I don't remember if there was snow in this area before, like around Gundabad. I don't think there was, so that's been updated as well. Other little changes, I don't know if we can see it here, we probably can't, but Elrond has a new battle map model, which looks really cool, and the Emmanuel Rangers have a new model. That's about the most prevalent of the changes that I can think of off the top of my head. So anyway, let's go back into the campaign. I think we were going to amass our forces to then push on to Ost-in-Arna. There's also a castle over here called Logarth, which we might also want to take to have kind of a military headquarters here against Dol Guldur, but at the same time I don't really want to push into them. But I think it'll make it more interesting if we do. So let's figure out our bearings here.
Yes, my lord.
Where do we have our forces? We have Norway in there. I thought we had a whole army. Oh, it's in Vilter. Okay. So if we take this army... Man, we need some new cavalry. If we take some new cavalry in Sant and we entrain that, we'll get that in 4 turns. We'll need those. We're bringing in Dorwinion Armsmen. That is good. And let's bring in our crossbows, Avari warriors, and let's take the patrollers just so we have some type of cavalry.
Yes, my lord.
And then Swain, you'll just group up with them. That should give them enough movement speed. And then the Armsmen will meet up with them as well. We need to get more upkeep and barracks built in Morted Hell.
Yes.
And we have all the watchtowers we need in this area. Fourth Wind's Rest. The army is a little messed up, so we're going to take these two, move them to Strandost, and then replace them with these 2 brand new units. We need to get upkeep here as well. And we can even put in you actually in the fort, and that should be good. And Ethelwyn is betrothed by Marcintha. Why not? That sounds like an elven name to me. The Merchants Guild wants us to get trade with the Goblins of Moria, so I guess we will. I don't actually like the Merchants Guild missions, guys. I'm going to be honest, because they give you like 350 gold per turn. And when you get those missions that generally pop up, and they're like, hey, go get relations with this faction, that actually gives you 750. So you get less from the Merchants Guild. What did we finish here? We finished crop rotation, so we could go for, what is it, irrigation? Or can we not get that yet? Oh no, we need to upgrade to the city, which is what I'd like to do. I want to just mass up our population and farms here. So we could go for the... I mean, trade is good, but I want a lot of farming ancillaries for Hallwyn himself. don't know if he's got anything yet. But let's go ahead and get the herbalist there. Actually, we should get the winery. We'll grab the herbalist, chicken farming, because I want population here and then trade. Oh, did you guys see that? We have a new family member. Where is he? Agamund. There he is. That is me, son of Athala and Ingrid. When he becomes of age, then he will be a great general, but it's going to be many turns before that happens. Alright, let's send our army down to the south. And looks like Rhûn is still besieging it. We could grab privateer axemen if we so wanted. Brander, you head to the west. Manarchus is undefended for now, so we could easily take that. Armsmen, get down there. I need you guys in the army. And how much money are we making? We're making about 3,000-ish. That's helping. So we could improve our economy. Where do we want to build? Strondost, you might need to get some new buildings. We could get you the Thorin Armory so that you could actually start retraining more units and bringing more down here. That's one option. Do we have the stones in Fourth Wind's Rest? We do not. So let's start converting that population over. That leaves us 1,600, which we could spend in Carverad. And there, we have good population. We can grab the trading post, which will give us another 20 trade there, plus 50 from the building itself. That sounds good to me. And then diplomat, I already moved you. So we have 2 other spies, 1 man up north. They haven't taken this settlement, so that is good for us. They should be getting their ships out soon. Can we recruit ours? 14 turns, so I guess we still have 14 turns of safety before that happens. We have this port, and I don't think they've built another port. Oh, they do have one up there, so we do need to be careful of that. And then Avalon, yes. Why don't we have you... You're kind of needed to defend this area, so hold in there, since Fourth Wind is no longer in our campaign, unfortunately. Alright, and Edain is sieged? Well, of course it is. It's always sieged. Overall, looks like... Oh, perfect. We got communal farming done in Mordred Hell, so Norway should be getting us lots of farm income there. We could go for trade now. Oh, yeah, that's a big bonus. But I still like population. I really feel like that's the way to go. Let's get the Mason's Hall, make everything cheaper and quicker there. Vilter land clearance is done. We could grab you dirt paths so we can maneuver in this region a little quicker. It looks like they did not succeed at taking in Ost-in-Arna, so that lets us go straight into it. And then, Captain, you get in there. I want to get these Dorwinion Armsmen on the field because they have pretty good offensive stats. There's another runic captain. Looks like they're pulling out of this region. They've given up on it. I mean, we are at war with them, so they're probably trying to... Ah, yes, here they are. Captain Zabil is coming in. So, we need to pull in levies. You come in. Vanguard, you're not super useful. We actually need to retrain some forces over here. So maybe instead of the dirt roads and Vilter, we start training more units. What kind of armor? We don't have the armor yet here, but we could get 2 crossbows. That'll be really good for defending this place. We'd have 4 crossbows in there. That would be amazing. And then we still have 580. Can we get... Yes, vineyard levies. You guys will do. And Aberka, I've been forgetting about you, but we're just waiting for you to upgrade anyway. I'm pulling up the patch notes just so I can see if I missed anything major. Let's see here. Oh, one other minor change is that when you are playing Gondor, the Nazgul from Mordor will actually unlock later, just like if you play Mordor yourself. So I think the way it's set up now is every 10 turns you get a Nazgul unlocked when you play as Mordor. I think now that's been added to AI Mordor when you play as Gondor, so you won't see all the Nazgul off at turn 1. But if you take Minas Morgul, Cirith Ungol, or Morannon before they unlock, it will unlock all of them. So if you rush them, all the Nazgul will come out. And Rutland, you want to marry Dagna. Who are you, anyway? Rutland, I don't even know that name. Oh, looks like you were adopted. Then no, I don't want your line to continue. Dunlendings and Morio actually went to war. That's something I don't usually see. Alright, you got your herbalist now, so we could grab... If we want to make the second tier, we need the Great Hall. There's chicken farming, which would give us more population. Merchant's Wharf, how much gold would that give us? Ooh, that's 300. Okay, let's grab that now. I want more economy. And they have besieged us, so we could attack them. I think we might as well. Dorwinion, there we go. Save there. We should have no problem taking out this army.
We attack. Units, await my orders.
Alright, so our strategy here is just going to be send Norway out, force them to come back to us, so that we can actually shoot them from the walls. It's a little cheesy, but it makes good use of the walls that you have. So if we rush these guys out along with Norway, we can actually force them to come back and attack us and make them want to come take the gates. But if they do that, they're going to be hit by all of these crossbows up on the walls. It's a little cheesy, but I really like having the high ground with them. And if they're attacking this settlement, I mean, it's all fair game. And if they don't come back, then we'll have to run out for them. Come on, Norway, get in there. We want to probably target the Dartai warriors. Where they have Balkoth tribesmen, Kanish hunters. Mostly trash. They do have dragon riders. So let's try to shoot at the Dartai warriors. I don't think they get a shield. Or if they do, they get like 1 shield or 2 from their second sword. They do have a shield of 1, so not super great. Oh, we are taking some arrow fire. Let's pull back out from that. Come on, lads. Keep it moving. Oh, I don't even hear their sound. Hold on, guys. I'm still messing with my sound, so sorry about that. Let's put sound effects up a little bit. Just so we can at least hear something besides just the music. But I think I found a good balance now. Alright, keep skirmishing. Target the dragon riders if you can. You guys, I want you into a shield wall. That way you can take a charge better. Nice and tight. Levies come out there. Alright, yep, and keep shooting at those dragon riders. They don't have shields, and you guys have amazing accuracy. Yeah, look at that. Very few of these arrows actually miss. Even when the dragon riders are so spread out, we are just getting contact everywhere. What are they doing? Are they just going to pull out? Let's put it on ×6. It looks like they are just running away again. Let's try to coax them back into us. Come on, AI. I wanted a proper fight. I guess they're just going to keep doing that. Well, we've completely nullified the dragon riders. They don't know what they're doing. Looks like this AI isn't great at dealing with the like settlements. We're going to charge into the Dartai hunters now. We are out of ammo. And yes, now here comes all of the arrow fire from our towers. And not just our towers, but the archers too. Dragon Rider's going to charge into Thorn Bladesmen. We are in shield wall, so they shouldn't do any damage to us. As all the crossbows come shooting down with the Vineyard Levy Bowmen, unleashing volley after volley on these poor runic fools. I think they're actually doing some arcing shots, so I don't want to see that, guys. Did you guys kill our own Thorn Bladesmen? I hope you didn't. Go ahead and charge into the warriors now. Watch as the crossbows get a shot in. Ooh, that was some good damage. I just wish they wouldn't do the arcing shot. You guys shoot at those. Dartai warriors, you guys are pretty much done now. Our Vineyard levies are getting crushed by not just the Dartai warriors, but the walls also shooting us as well. I think Balkoth tribesmen might get a bonus against cavalry in melee.
Only half the enemy force remains.
I'm not completely certain of that. I think they get EP melee because they've got like little axes and hammers and crude sickles. Alright, this battle is over. Let's pull out, get another charge in. This is the way, elves. I think everything else took care of all of this. Oh yeah, they're done for. Dartai warriors, you guys are routing. All we need to do is get the last of the tribesmen. And Ruin, I'm telling you, don't attack me. You started this war. Or did we start this war? I think we actually started this war. Yeah, we killed enough. We were the aggressor. But yeah, Rune, just don't attack our settlements and this won't happen to you. You gotta bring more forces than that. Especially if you're gonna fight the mighty Avalon. Alright, and we'll just ransom them, see if they take it. Or if they did, and we actually sacked their camp, so we got a little more money. anything that we can do to make a little more money is always nice at the end of the day. Let's grab the leather tanner and Strondast. And we can, I think we can now attack Ost-in-Arna, so let's go into it. They just have Privateer Axemen, Spears, and Rudauer Hunters, or, I'm sorry, not Rudauer Hunters, Rovanian Hunters. What's Rudauer doing over here? Another thing that has been updated is that now garrison buildings across the board, you can now see what they give you when you, right-click on the buildings to see the description. So the first tier will give you 2 units, and then they have no upgrades, and the second tier will give you 3 units, all having 5 experience chevrons, 1 armor upgrade, and 1 melee. So it's a little more streamlined across the board. You know what you get by building those. I think the addition of 2 units over 1 is actually a nice upgrade to what it used to be. We don't really have a good unit to absorb the damage from the towers, so let's send in the Armsmen in like a loose formation. Crossbows probably aren't going to be too useful because of the topography of this settlement, but we'll try our best. Let's put you guys over here, loose formation, perfect. Armsmen head up there. We won't need too much to take this settlement, really it's just going to be our infantry. Crossbows, maybe you can get over there and shoot. Perfect, they're shooting at the Rovanian riders. Look at them just drop. You'd think with only like 20 here and us having 85 arrows per volley that the elves would be able to kill them all in one go. Well, that's just the weird thing about medieval 2 arrows. It seems like you could never kill a whole volley of troops no matter how many arrows you have. But then again, I think some of their bodies will absorb multiple shots. But like this man, he just took multiple hits and he's still standing. So those dice rolls are always a little funky. Let's put it on ×6 as we just move up in position. Looks like the crossbows are in range. They should be able to hit the Privateer Axemen. I think they're doing mostly arcing shots. Oh no, these guys are getting straight shots. Perfect. Alright, we have reached the gate, but we've lost about 10-15 of our Armsmen. Yeah, at this point it's just an arrow slaughter. Alright, get in there, lads. Dorwinion Armsmen, basically the lower tier version of the Paladins. But I like them. I'm a big fan of units with 2-handed weapons that are 2-handed swords. Although I just wish these guys did get armor upgrades. I think that would be very neat. Hopefully they get them soon since they are now a medium tier unit instead of being the human only choice. Or maybe they were exclusive, maybe they were allowed by both, but they were just the general late game choice. I can't remember. Now it's just going to be a slaughter between our general's bodyguard and the Rovanian hunters. Send in the Armsmen, they'll flank. Turn down a little bit so we can see these fights. Yeah, I love units with claymores. I just think it's so cool to have big 2-handers. More so than axes. I mean, axes have their uses and they're good on the charges, but aesthetically, oh, speaking of axes, we just took a big charge from those guys. Let's turn onto a defensive stance, and let's try to surround the rest of these spears so we can get our general on the Privateer Axemen, who will fare much better than the Dorwinion Armsmen. Alright, it's just going to be a slaughter now. Let's put this up to like ×3. If you want to do incremental time changes like that, hold down shift and then press the speed up button. I'm not sure if that works with the keyboard shortcuts. I actually don't have those memorized, so I just use the little button here. Also, as you guys may have noticed, I forget who it was, someone in the comments, I'll have to look it up, they told me that I could set the UI in my Medieval 2 preferences, so that I'm always in minimal UI that way, and I did not have it set that way. I had it set to read only, but it was not set to minimal AI or minimal UI, so I updated that and saved it and then put it back to read only, and now it looks like I'm having no issues with the HUD changing on me. That was one little annoying thing I had. Here we go. His name was Hijack, spelled HYJ4CK, so big thank you to you, Hijack, for letting me know about that. I'm going to heart your comment right now, and then I'm going to press the little like button. You really helped me out today. Alright, we're gonna occupy Ost-in-Arna, and we don't have much money to start developing it. But we will need to get more Northmen. Weird how there's Dunedain here. We will need to get more Northmen, so we want standing stones. And now, Brander, let's go head down south. Our next settlement that we'd want to take will probably be Varfest down here. And perhaps Dantalad if Rhûn have expanded that far. Where's our other spy? Aren't you? Yes, you're right there by Mistrand. Well, they still have a full army. We'll push onto that eventually, but I'd like to wrap around and consolidate our territory to about this line here at Fourth Wind's Rest before we push on to the rest of Rhûn. I feel like that way we aren't dealing with forces in our west and east. We're not surrounded. And Morway, we were sending you to the goblins, so they should be right there in Goblin Town. I'm looking over the other changes. Aragorn is now known as High King Aragorn, and the Northern Dunedain have been renamed to the Dunedain of Arnor. So that's one thing that's been updated. And then it just says things about the snow. Oh, and there's also no Moria Reclaimed or Fornost Reclaimed message at the beginning of the game. So you won't see those during like turn 1 or turn 2, because the AI gets those in their auto expansion. Alright, so you have a lot of things, but is there anything we want? You've got talent with numbers. That's kind of nice. But that's the only thing you've got for like acumen. So let's just hold off on you. I don't want you. Thranduil's Halls is besieged. Really? Must be the snow works. They must be coming down. Alright, so we finished your Mason's Guild House. So now let's finish the armor upgrades. So we can start recruiting very fancy Thorin units. And Alanan has a port, so we need to work on your corruption, which is 150. Or get you some land clearance. I like that more. That'll double the farming income. It's cheap too. And now we should be able to upgrade Ost-in-Arna. So let's get standing stones first. Or maybe a meeting hall and then standing stones. Do we have enough population? We have 30%, and it takes 25 to recruit those. So that'll be better for our public order.
Yes, my lord.
Swain, let's send our spy. You go check out Varfest. There it is. What do they have? They have the guard barracks. They did this in my test campaign as well. So Rhûn is now capable of training Lok Gampharim and Lok Flagram. So we need to watch out for those coming onto the field. So yeah, they went straight for military here, and they have two guys with the same portrait. That looks a little funky. We'll have to send our spy a little farther west to see if they've taken the settlement over here. Let's send Swain out, put these on low taxes. And we should probably repair the walls as well.
Yes, my lord.
Get these watchtowers built up in Rovanion. And then spy, you head south as well. Let's find where those other cities are. So there's Mataram, and there should be one more in this region. Let's see, can we retrain any units? We could send these crossbows back, bring these crossbows in, and then retrain, or even just merge these two guys. That'll work. That way we have another full unit. And let's see, Naburka, we could actually build something there, couldn't we? Maybe the leather tanner, that might upgrade our bowmen. It would actually give them a little more defense. Although I would like to get the armory. Now this kind of scares me because I don't know if it's going to be bugged or not, because this is updated mid-campaign. Yeah, it provides 2 garrison units when it's assaulted, so we could probably start that next turn. And let's go ahead and end it. Oh, and I forgot about our diplomat. We'll get that next turn. Alright, Wither Guild. Nothing for trade, nothing for income. That's what I want to find. I like to imagine these guys are kind of more of a... I like to imagine they're not really adopted per se, but more like they're added to the court. Goblins in Moria, or Goblins of Moria and Anduin have went to war, not where. I struggle with that. Alright, so Strondos, you have a leather tanner now. We could get you a port. Carverat has a trading post, so now we're making some decent money here. Corruption's nearly down. Admin, you're actually making us about 100 gold. So the question is, do we want farms, or do we want more trade? If we get a market, that brings us up another 70 gold, but it takes 5 turns to do. If we get farms, that goes up by about 80 gold. Let's grab the mason saw. Whenever I'm like unsure about something, I just go for the mason saw. And I think Karasant, yeah, you'll be done with your Merchant's Wharf next turn. So let's save the gold that we have now. We're slowly climbing up on the production and overall ranking, but it still says we're one of the weakest factions. Oh, and Rhûn have expanded to the west, so let's get our watchtowers up here. And Spy, you go out as well. There's a little village here called Dantalad. There it is. Oh no, it's Dorthalu. Dantalad is over here somewhere. So now that they've taken this, we will want to grab that and wrap around. Although it is only a little village, maybe we can ignore it. It's always tough to say. Spy, you head out this way. And looks like they have sent Khan Uldor, their faction heir, alongside Lokon Rukar. So we could, since they've done this, we could theoretically kill both of them right now, and that would regicide Rhûn. But I don't want to do that. That's just too much cheese. So maybe we kill Uldor. Oh man, that's weird. Let's just not fight them. I don't want to cheese it because they're right next to each other, so I can't comfortably fight one, and I don't want to kill both in the same turn, which would immediately cause regicide to Rhûn, and I am not gonna do that to the game. So we'll let them stand on our lands for now. Fourth Wind's Rest, we can upgrade you. We might as well just get more income here, maybe more trade, although we're starting to lose some to, what do you call it, the intruders on our land. Can we build anything else? Strondos, you could get mines, but that's only a little bit of gold. Although it would pay itself off in like 15 turns? No, 10 turns. 10 turns, because about 300. 11 if you want to be technical. Then we still make 4,700 gold, which is more than enough for Karasant. And then we'll move Swain down. It's going to be a couple turns of just watchtowers and moving our armies. Got Nut, again, I see nothing at all that's useful. Oh, we can get the Weaponsmith Guild in Fourth Wind's Rest. That might be useful. Let's hold up, though, because I want to build something new in Karasant. So now that we have... Why is this trade taking forever? Do we need to upgrade to the shipwright to get that? We shouldn't need that. That's weird. Let's grab the chicken farming. I want to get that population growth higher. We'll get chicken farming and then probably upgrade the Great Hall to get us the next tier of the apothecary. And then, actually, let's go for that first, because I think that's a better bonus to get those traits on Hallwyn himself. Oh, and you actually get a little ancillary, or not an ancillary, a trait called Avari Troops when you do take the Avari line. So as you can see, it'll give you command, renown, training cost reduction, hit points, acumen, and 2% casualties recovery. So very good to have. Yeah, let's go ahead and take that. Is there anything we can actually upgrade there? Oh yeah, we can upgrade those guys, get them more melee attack. So we will do that. And then we finished a lot of other things, actually. More to tell, you can't... We actually don't have money for anything else right now. Oh well, it is what it is. Are they sending any other troops further up north? There is a Dor-Guldur army, so that tells me that as soon as we take that, Dor-Guldur is going to be on our borders. But they're not allied, so there is potential for them to go to war. Let's send Swain down here. We need to get our other spy to cover the southeast. And we have no idea what's going on this way. We could send out the elven troops, which I think we will do. Let's take these guys out. Perfect. They'll meet up with Swain. And then... Oh man, we need to retrain these guys. They're pretty elite. You guys go back to Saint-Anouilh. And now that the Lok Khan has left, let's go ahead and fight these guys. We'll leave the Thorin Guard. Khan Uldor, get off of my land. What are you doing here? You're causing devastation. I don't like that. Other generic changes, it looks like, so the tannery, apiaries, and fisheries for Dunland, Anduin, and Anderleith now give you more income, but their first tier costs more. But they are much better for boosting their economies, which is nice to see. How do we want to do this battle? Let's put Vineyard Levies, you up in the front along with Thorn Bladesmen. We'll put the Vineyard Bowmen on that side and the crossbows on both flanks. And then you just go up and skirmish, because that's what you do best. Crossbows start running up, everyone get into position. And other generic changes. I'm trying to figure out what the best ones are here, the most interesting ones. I don't know if this has been mentioned before, but Bree also gets Dwarven artillery now when you side with the, what do you call them? When you side with the merchants, so you get a boost to your siege weapons by choosing that. Alright, looks like they are almost in position. We're going to want to get our crossbows to shoot at the Lokeren bodyguard. Alright, Vineyard levies, you go hit the tribesmen. I don't want them throwing javelins at us. They can skirmish with the Lokeren bodyguard all day. Here comes the first of the crossbow volleys. I see those come in, doing plenty of damage right onto the flank of the bodyguard. It doesn't even matter where they hit them as long as they hit them, because they don't have shields. I think these guys are actually out of range, so that's unfortunate.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Alright, all missiles. I want you to fire at that man. Crossbows to get over there. If we put both on this flank, we'd be doing better. Come on, cavalry, get out of the way. This is the one unit you do not want to be fighting. Armor piercing, very high attack, very high anti-cav bonus, and they have very high armor themselves. Oh, they are getting split up, so let's try to get around them there. Oh, don't get caught in melee, don't get hit, don't get hit. It's always weird when the unit does that, like, splitting charge bug. Thorn Bladesmen, you guys are doing well here. Ignore the clansmen. Get rid of these tribesmen themselves. What are you guys shooting at? Just shoot. Alright, the Lokeren bodyguard are down to 34. Oh, and they just executed this poor hunter. That wasn't even fair for him. Here comes the next volley. We'll pull them up a little closer. Looks like the tribesmen are also dying as well. Let's see that volley come in from the flank. Now, don't get me wrong, I do like the purple and chainmail, but I think they look so much better with the elven armor. Oh, that's actually their general, I think, and I think he just fell. Is that him? No, that's the officer. Oh, that's right, because we're fighting a bodyguard. What am I saying? I went a little dummy mode there. You guys capture those. Infantry back into positions. We're going to do a full firing line onto this general. Yep, he stands no chance now. All the arrows just coming in at him, completely stun knocking him. And here comes the next crossbow volley. I think this is going to be the last one we need. Times 2. Here comes the left. Here comes the right shots. Oh, look at him. He's just powering through. Oh, he wants to run away. We can't let that happen. Slay him. Shoot that man. Come on, you guys can surely take him out. He has no shields. Do we need to send in the cavalry? Alright, I guess we will. They can't do it. They're incompetent. These aren't the Regent's bows. Alright, just capture him now. It would be cool if, like, you could actually upgrade unit accuracy by, like, if there was, like, a system where, like, kind of like melee weapon upgrades, you could upgrade ranged accuracy to make your, like, better units, your weaker units have better accuracy, but the game was not coded with that in mind. Okay, guys, what are you doing? What are you doing? What is this formation? Surely you guys can catch him. There we go. That was such a weird formation. Yeah, that probably is my favorite thing about the human side, is getting the Regent's crossbows, but I find the Regent's spears and the Regent's axe guard to not be that strong, really. Especially when considering the fact that, like, when you get the elven armor upgrades, you get +5 armor to your units, so your Thorn Bladesmen go from, like, a 7 and 10 or a 7 and 11 to, like, 7 and 15 or 16, one of those two. Plus with the weapon upgrades, that brings them to 8 attack. I think that's almost the same as, like, the axe guard themselves. Wow, we get 5,000 gold because we captured him. Let's see if we can get it. Yes! Rhûn has given us so much money right now. That was a good win. Let's put the taxes on low here. So now we have plenty of money to buy whatever we want. let's grab the militia garrison in Naburka, so that place is well defended. We'll grab more levies as well. Who else isn't building? Morinadel, you need something. Let's get the guild house there. And then we can build whatever we want in that city. That was a huge bonus. And another candidate, but nothing we want. Oh, looks like the ring is in Cardoon. We'll get that in Strondos, because that is a castle. And someone also told me in the comments, I'd have to look at it again. Let me find that, hold on. Tristan de Robillard, you told me that the music was from the Shadow of the Colossus, and I cannot express my thanks to you. I can't, like, that's a game I've always wanted to play, but I never have. And wow, the music in it's amazing. I found those songs I was looking for, so thank you for that information. We can either upgrade Carverat or Alana, and Carverat seems a little more useful to us, so let's get the market there, start working on trade. And now, Captain Eldikar, you join up with Swain, and next turn you guys will attack Dorthalu, which looks like they'll even upgrade for us, which is nice. Spies, where are you? We need to make sure that Ost-in-Arna is being kept safe. Let's actually get some vineyard levies here as well, so we have some more units to defend it with. Easterling army is down there. Avalon, you just go deal with that. So look at that. Only one man was lost. That's just how powerful Avalon is. Alright, head back into Fourth Wind's Rest. I guess we could expand south, but I don't like to be surrounded, so I'd rather take this first. We could even get a new general where Norway is, because someone else would probably be better here, because Norway is so powerful on the field. But I kind of like having the Elven General there, but I would like to use him. Should we increase our military now? We're actually about to finish the armor. Let's get 1 unit of Dorwinion infantry. And then, I think that's all we can do. Any other units that we can send out? We can send out these Thorn Riders. We'll save them though, because we're about to finish our armor upgrades on these units. Oh, we get the Weaponsmith Guild and Morinadel. We might as well do that. And armor is done in Santonui, like we were talking about. So now, here we go. The Avari armor, which has still not been updated. You guys need to change that. Pardon me for 1 second. Let me just put that in there somewhere. I guess that would be technically a typographical bug. I'm just going to post a picture of that. Alright, so that should get the attention of them. I thought for sure they'd have that fixed by now. But rest assured, the upgrades do work. Northmen's Rest, you finish Grand Exchange, but we are out of money now. So you guys go there. You'll retrain with the armor, which is done in 5 turns. See why that can't be done quicker. Alright, on to Dorthalu. This will be the last settlement we take today. Captain Sartak. Oh, do we even need to really fight it? We'll go into it. We'll show one more quick battle. Then after that, I do have engineering homework that I need to do before I head to work today. Alright, we're just going to rush in. Alright guys, I want you all in there. They don't really have any missiles of themselves. We can just comfortably send everything we have. I mean, honestly, High Paladins alone should be enough for this. Oh, where are you guys going? I want you guys to go in that way. Alright, come on, bows. This will be like nothing at all. This will be the easiest settlement we've taken all game. And they do have Dragon Guard. Those guys are kind of strong. And actually, I think I said before, but they are one of my favorite units aesthetically. Like, they're so good. They're like halberds, but they use these double-bladed naginatas. So they don't have that weird halberd animation, so they're actually really effective. Let's go ahead and charge them. Armor piercing, bones against cavalry, and they just look sick. They just look honestly amazing.
If we continue like this, we will smash the elves.
Alright, let's go ahead and throw javelins at those units. Avari elves, shoot at the ball called Spearman, help take them down. Perfect.
They have lost half their men.
Alright, and this is nothing. It is over. Men and elves fighting side by side. The durable arms and holiness of the men, and the skill of arms of the elves are just an unmatched combination. Alright, that was a nothing battle. I'm guessing this is supposed to be Faramir as he's charging towards Osgiliath. Quite a dumb move by Denethor. Why would you send cavalry to retake a city where the orcs are all dug in and entrenched? It's just, it's such a bad idea. It just shows how mad he became. Alright, and so that's another little village that we can claim, which will give us more income by our border settlements here. And we will go ahead and end it there. Maybe we take a quick look around the world. This is also a test version, so... I mean, I know where Rhûn is, so I don't care. But it looks like Angmar still just kind of pushing out. They're actually being a little slow. From everything I've heard, it sounded like they were explosive in this version. I don't know, it looks pretty normal. Ended with a lot of rebel territories still left. But who was besieging it? Was it the orcs? Huh, there's no orcs here. It must have been like the snow orcs, though, that were attacking it. Woodland Realm. Yeah, your only enemies... Oh no, it was Dol Guldur that came up and attacked Thranduil's halls. Why would they skip everything else and go straight for Thranduil's halls? I can't believe that. But I've also noticed they've been performing a little better with the barracks event change. So they've been a little more aggressive, which is always nice to see. Dunlin's actually pushed all the way to Matraith. But otherwise, pretty standard stuff. I could use the little perfect spy thing to see what everyone's building, but it's still pretty early. That will do it for this episode, guys. I'll hopefully get this uploaded to you on Friday on my side. So I'm still figuring out like a good schedule. If you guys have any times that you think may be good, let me know. I'm kind of trying to set it up so that like 6 a.m. or no, if it's like 6 p.m. or 8 p.m. Pacific time, then it's like 4 a.m. in Europe, and I feel like that might be a good balance. So viewers in Europe, you'll see the video when you wake up. Viewers in the States, you'll see it in the afternoon. But that will do it for this time, so until next time.